We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time. Ay, I live on a job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah. You can't stop this, no way.
In that store for beer and wine, right? Over and over again. I done probably see at least 5-10 people come out there with blacks just so they can get high because they don't know what their purpose is in life. Right. That's why we here. But first, you got to remember who you are. Right. You can go back to Baruch in the back, Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30 to show you why we're showing you that the Bible talks about slave ships being bought and sold by an enemy. Right. We going over that for this reason. Read it. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me. Because they would be told the Bible was written by a white man. Right. I know they won't hear me in the last days. So I got to put people in front of them that look like them and have them go read the Bible to them because we won't read it ourselves. Right. Read? Because we'll get questions like that. Read? Because it is a stiff-necked people. And whenever you start telling black people you wrong, they shut down automatically. When you tell black people you ain't living right, you foul the way you living. You should be a father to that baby you got. Pay your damn child support if you ain't with the woman. Marry that woman. Brothers, get off drugs. Stop killing each other. People start scattering. We hard-headed as a people. You can't tell me only God can judge me. That's what we say, right? I know that. It's in the Bible. Read. Because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity. Hold the sign up again. Remember, how did black people get here? How did black people get here? On what? On ships. Didn't we read that in the Bible, right? In the land of what? In the land of their captivity. In the land of their slavery. Because black people, you think you're free. Bring it out. But you are still in the same place they bought you to in 1619. So you can't say you're free. You ain't never went back. You are a slave with certain liberties and rights. And whenever the white man get ready to take away those rights, he'll leave your body laying in the streets. Right. Ain't that on TV everywhere? Hey, hold on. I know my rights. Nigga, get out the goddamn car. Get out. Stomp on you. Put his knee on your neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Right. And rub it down in there. Look up at the cameras. I don't give a damn. You know who I'm killing? These are slaves. Bring it out. That don't mean nothing to me. Right. Read it again. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. The prophecy of God says what? They shall remember themselves. You're going to remember who you are. Right. Who out here saw Lion King? By show of hands. Who saw Lion King and Simba? You see that? What did Mufasa, when he died, he was on that little water, and Simba was like, no, don't leave me. Mufasa kept saying, remember who you are. Right. Where do you think they make movies from? They read your book. Right. Lion King's about black people. Right. You ran away from your homeland. You was in the wilderness with the unclean things, the damn pig. You was out there running around with them, and you thought that was the way of life. Until somebody came and hit you over the damn head and said, wake up. Right. Wake up. Remember your past. Remember who you are. You are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Right. And you got here on ships and God recorded it in the book. Right. Go back to it. Deuteronomy 28. Move. Hold the sign up for it. The 1619.
How do you know which one? Let's go. See how you said.
Which one you from? Because in Genesis 49, something that's a little bit deeper than me teaching on the street, it tells you the characteristics of each tribe in the last days where you can identify yourself. Okay, God left us markers. Every question we got is in the book. You just got to be able to decipher it after you put the damn drink down, after you put the weed down, after you start applying the laws of God. God keepeth the Sabbath day holy. Stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. Learn how to dress as an Israelite.
Right.
He'll start giving you that wisdom.
That's right.
Let's finish his verse. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
To slavery with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
No man will save you from your slavery is what God's saying. No man can stop it. Now go to verse 48, because it gets better. Look how descriptive God is, where he's leaving clues for you in the last days to remember yourself. It's just like a puzzle. Right? If you put a certain pieces of a puzzle up in the house and you got to open it up to think about it like, okay, I understand that part, and it leads to another part, right? So the first thing we just showed you is that we went into slavery on ships, and it's in the Bible. Remember that. Never forget that. Now read verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
By what?
Thine enemies.
Here's my question. It says you will serve your enemies. Let's take it back and we're going to bring it up.
Take you back.
Who did we serve when we got off the ships?
Who sold us as slaves? Okay.
White people, right?
Who sold
now
us
check
as
this
slaves?
out. Because you be like, the Bible's old.
Sold us as slaves?
Who owns Publix?
The black people. Who sold us as slaves, man?
The white person.
Who sold
A white
us
person,
as slaves?
right? Who owns the job that we work?
Who sold
White
us
folks,
as slaves?
Arabs, Chinese people.
Right.
God said what? Black folk in America got to do what?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy,
For what though?
which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
If you want food, you got to go to
And
them.
they showing them that we can do the same thing we do. Y'all doing. We working for y'all, so that means the same thing y'all.
Who
they do.
sold us as slaves, man?
Say it again, the last
Who
part.
sold us?
If we working for y'all, that
How
means
we
can
came
do
over here?
everything y'all.
Right.
You can. But the reason why we can't get that Publix and make a chain of grocery stores, we up under the curses of God.
Right.
God said, no, you Negroes ain't gonna have no money over here. You're gonna live week to week. You're gonna live month to month. You gotta have a little bit of money in there in your account. I'm not gonna let you get up. Huh?
That's right. Being like that, show you all the lessons.
It do, but guess what? Black people don't learn.
Right.
You think they would be doing this if there was a white man standing here preaching?
Bring it up.
Hell no, they wouldn't be doing that. But I'm a nigga to them so they won't respect me and listen to me. But we already know that. They trying to kill Christ. We already know what we got into before we came out here. But read it again. He said, you shall serve them in what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
For food, you got to go to them.
Right.
Read.
And in thirst.
If you want a little Henny, if you want some Jack Daniel, if you want some Bacardi, if you want any of that, you got to go to them to buy it. Because do black people own liquor distilleries?
Bring it up.
I mean, it's easy. You just got to think about you got to remember who you are. That's it.
Right.
Read.
And in nakedness.
If you want clothes, I guarantee you none of your clothes are made by your people. I guarantee that came from Malaysia, that came from China, that might came from Indonesia, that might have came from Europe.
Right.
None of it said, hey, even FUBU.
Bring it out.
Jay-Z clothes are made in China.
Right.
Read it again.
And in nakedness.
If you want clothes on your back, you're going to have to do what he say. And you know what that means, do what he say? That means whenever that alarm clock go off in the morning, you better get up.
Bring it out.
You better get up.
But you gotta know your mission, because I'm working for public, but I'm damn
We loafing like a nut.
Hey, I understand that. We all got to have a job. We ain't saying not have a job. What we trying to make you understand is you're the Israelite, and God said it's a curse to work for other people. That's what we doing. Read.
And in nakedness. And in what?
Listen, sis, listen.
And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
If we want education, we got to go to them. Right? Read it again. Listen up. Pay attention, y'all. Ain't nothing but Satan moving from spirit to spirit to take away you from listening. That's all it is. Remember, Satan is deceptive. He'll throw some stuff out there, a distraction, and make you leave. That's what Satan does. Read.
And in want of all things.
If we want education, whose university we got to go to?
Bring it out.
Here we go. I mean, in all, hold on. If you want a driver's license, who you go to? If you want to, if you want a death certificate, who signs off on it? This is the stuff. You know what? Black people, we understand that stuff, but the reality of it is so painful, we drown it in drugs and drink.
Right.
And liquor. The reality of our life is sad. But we drown it in drugs, liquor, and women so we can forget the reality that we live in.
That's right.
But God wants you to remember that reality so you can change, because He'll change it when you change.
Right.
We waiting on God. God waiting on us.
Right.
God, won't you do this for me?
Get out of the street, y'all. Get out of the street. Get out of the street.
I mean, put the blunt
Get out
down.
of the street.
Put the liquor down. Stop getting drunk.
Come over here.
That's what God waiting on. But we ain't connected the dots yet. Read on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse...
Go back to where I was. Don't stay where I was, but don't leave that spot. It said drink, right? Or nakedness. Yeah, that. No, that one right here. Read it.
And in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Here's the kicker to let you know that the Bible is talking about black people.
Bring it out.
Listen to this, sis. Watch this. Read it.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke.
Hold on. We gotta wait for Satan to calm down. Wait for Satan to calm down, because we want y'all to pay attention. Man, it's a battle out here. We at war, baby.
Right.
We at war for the minds of our people.
That's right.
To cast down all those demons. Now, read that again.
And
he, your enemy, is gonna do what?
shall put a yoke of iron.
A yoke of iron is a what? If somebody put a yoke of iron, what is that? A yoke of iron. It's a chain. Right? Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
What was on our necks when we get off the slave ships?
Bring it up.
Hold it up for him. Back up. Hold it up for him. What was on black folk neck when we get off the ship? Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now, it just said we was on slave ships. We got sold to our enemies, and it said he would put a yoke of iron on your neck.
That's right.
There it goes. It's time for black people to stop believing that the Bible's fake. It's not. You just ain't never read it.
Right.
You let another man read it to you and tell you that if you tithe, blessings will come down from heaven, and you empty your damn pockets. And then you left church and said, hey, what was church about? I don't know, but the choir sure was good.
Bring it out.
And your ass went right back to poverty, and he drove off in his damn Bentley.
Bring it out.
He went back to his 4-bedroom house, living way out there at damn Aventura, and you went back to Overtown.
Right.
Most likely is in Overtown, but he living way better than the
Exactly right. But he ain't never told you the truth of who you are.
That's right.
Now go to Deuteronomy 29 verse 1, because it talks about chains on your neck. You want clothes, you got to go to them. You want something to drink, you got to go to them.
Right.
You got here on ships. Now let's see the name of the people God was talking to. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
African Americans,
Israel.
West Indians,
Israel.
Haitians.
Israel.
What did God call the people that get off ships that had chains on their neck? What did he call them? God, listen to the words of the Bible. Read it again.
And these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With the children of who? So the people that get off on slave ships and chains on their neck, they weren't African Americans.
Right.
They weren't Ghanaians. They weren't Nigerians. They weren't from Sierra Leone.
Right.
Their name was what? What did you say?
That's right.
But we've been calling ourselves black people.
Right. Bring it out.
Afro-Americans. But
Right.
God said all this stuff would happen to the children of who?
That's right.
So if that happened to, that's our ancestors, right? Right? It's our ancestors, right? If that's our ancestors right there, what did God call these people? What's their name? So that would make you 400 years later the children of who?
Right. That's right.
That's how easy it is, but we gotta read the book.
That's right.
You need, what it is, you gotta have somebody explain it to you that truly care about you and just worried about the money in your pocket.
Right.
I never cared to sit in the church. I didn't understand why, but I never cared to sit in the To read the Bible, no, the daily bread, yeah, but I sit down and read. I just never understood why. Like,
This not
in church, I don't understand
is our heritage.
What you preaching, what you telling us?
And that's a lot of our people. And the good thing about you just feeling comfortable, our parents and our grandmothers and stuff, they just accepted it as the way it was, and they sat at church for 30 years.
That's right.
Because of the comfort, they can't come.
Never knew. But them days is over. It's time for us to remember who we are.
Right.
And God was talking to the children of who?
That's right.
Now read Nehemiah 8 and 8. The book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 8. So they read in the book of the law of God distinctly. We took our time, line upon line, word upon word. Read. And gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading. That's a true prophet's job. He's supposed to make you understand the reading. Because you're reading like, I don't understand. I don't speak that old English. So God put the spirit on people, study the book, and then give the understanding to your people. That's what we do. Now listen to this. Now listen to this.
You get a people.
Give me that in Deuteronomy 28:15.
Talk, y'all.
No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I ain't following. Y'all, you get the Red Sea, both spread the Red Sea.
Right?
Y'all out here talking this black shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you one question.
Answer to me.
If Trump run for the president, I run for the president, who you vote for?
Neither one of you. Neither one of you, because Christ is our king.
That's right.
Not no white man, and sure ain't nobody in the hood. Christ, the black Messiah, is our king. Now, I'm going to show you. Hold up the sign again. Hold up the other one. Yeah. Now, remember, we talked about how we went in slavery from over here, right? Now, it's a reason behind that. God did just say, you know what, I'm going to have some fun with these Negroes and put them in slavery and let them suffer for 400 years and still get hung in 2019. Ain't black people still getting hung today? You be seeing that? Still getting hung. It's rare, but it's still out there, right? Now, here's the reason why that happened. Read that. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments. All his what? All his commandments. We stop listening to God and stop doing the commandments.
Right.
And he said, you don't stop doing my commandments. You don't want to obey me as your father that created you in the womb and had your mother push you out. Your daddy shot you out first and your mama pushed you out second. You don't want to listen to the what? All his commandments. You don't want to listen to the commandments? I guarantee I'll open your ears. I'll put you on slavery. Now see, we don't remember that now. You know what it is now? God said, I'm going to put you in police brutality and oppression so bad, you're going to be begging for me to stop it.
Bring it out.
Exactly right. So because we stopped doing the commandments, right, God did that.
How was Jesus born?
And it was like a lot of
How was Jesus born?
The same thing we're doing now, like
how was Jesus born?
Everything's being done now, but the thing is we just don't know what to do. Different from what
How Jesus born?
Now guess what? That's what. Now this is the mercy that God has on His chosen people. Called the children of who? He got mercy on His people. He said, you know you're searching. I'm going to give you the answer. Give me Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Now remember, He put us in bondage because we didn't do His commandments.
Right.
We stopped listening.
Right.
Now listen to this commandment God got for women, and then I'm going to come back to the brother. Now listen, this includes you too. Read that. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman. Who? The woman. Hope y'all back here are beautiful black women, right? Read. Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So a woman's garment. We talking about clothes. This is a commandment. What's a woman's garment that man shouldn't be wearing?
wigs,
satchel bags, wigs. What else? What else, Mama? What else? Sure. That you didn't see back in the day, but you see people doing it now. What they wearing? What?
I want to know.
Earrings is alright.
How are y'all born? I ain't mad at the bird now.
Right?
Speak the truth.
So read the bottom part of it again. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So God says a man shouldn't be wearing skirts, dresses, bras, heels, satchels, all that stuff, right? Now read the top part. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. God didn't leave you out. He said you shouldn't be wearing what men wear. What do men wear that women shouldn't be wearing?
sis.
You believe in Jesus?
Boxers, what
You
else?
believe in Jesus?
Undershirts.
You believe in Jesus?
Yep.
I see the phone.
Yeah, the man don't wear
I
those.
see the phone.
Hey, you got a zipper on your pants? Why you got a zipper?
I see
What
the
you pulling
phone.
out?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Bring it out.
What you pulling out? Read it again for me.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
God says, my daughters of the children of Israel shouldn't be wearing what belongs to me. That's a commandment of God, right? You got the sign? If you couldn't read,
Do you believe in Jesus?
you would go where?
Do you believe in Jesus?
How they put this on the
He
sign?
said that yet.
You know why you don't understand this?
Do you believe in Jesus?
You forgot who you was.
That's right.
God said the women of Israel shouldn't do what?
Wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
And the white man know women ain't supposed to be wearing pants. That's why he put a woman with a dress on there. He didn't put half a dress and then half a pant. He put a dress. Women supposed to wear dresses. And guess where they come from? God. He said, this is how I want my daughters to dress because I don't want men to see all your curves. When do men mostly talk to women? Is it face to face or after they walk by? Why you think that, sis? What they looking at? God says put on a dress, sisters. Your father said put one on. They come down here so they can't see your curves. That's saith the Lord. But you know what happened? We stopped listening to God and said, I can be just like you. Read it again for him.
The woman shall not wear.
Call the scripture.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
God says his daughter should not be wearing pants. He don't care about nobody else. Because did he put all people into slavery? No, he didn't. He only put the children of who in slavery? That's because he's only worried about you. He's worried about you breaking his laws because you his children. And read the next part.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So God don't care how funny Medea is or Martin is or damn, who is that? What's that dude, Young Thug wearing a damn dress? He don't know. It ain't about being funny to God. He said, thou shalt not do it. And if you don't, guess what I'm going to put you in? Hold it up for him. If you don't listen to me, children of Israel, if you don't listen to me, I got something for you. It's slavery, and it ain't going to end. Because after slavery ended, what did they do? They created the what? The KKK.
Right.
And then after the KKK came Jim Crow. And then after Jim Crow came convict leasing. And prison, school to prison pipeline. Police brutality, redlining. God said, I got something for you, but you gonna wake up. You gonna hear me in the last days if you want change in your life. All we gotta do is apply the words of God as the children of what? What are we, the children of what? That's who we are. Your daughters can't wear pants. Your brothers can't wear dresses. Here's another thing that brothers do. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11, because I keep seeing people come out of there. Here's something that black men do. Black people do it because your wife was on that. She was drunk. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 11.
Listen up.
Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
Now y'all live over here. I don't live over here. Do y'all see people walking around early in the morning on the streets drunk? Read it again.
Woe unto them,
Destruction unto my people that do what?
that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink.
God says he's going to destroy you if you out here getting drunk.
That's right.
Because that's not your body that you can use to get drunk. God created that body. He gave you those arms. He gave you that color in your skin, that melanin. He wakes us up every morning. He said you can't do what you want to with that body. If you do, I will destroy you. And it'll be a slow destruction. It might not be instant. It'll be slow where you have to live in these damn boxes. You'll have addiction before you know it. We live in boxes. These apartments ain't no bigger than 500-600 square feet. I already know. But God said, I'm going to oppress you until you wake up.
That's right.
We got to wake up. Give me that in 1 Kings 8. No, give me Leviticus 11, because I know here's another law that we rejected and we still do today, and we are caught up in the oppression of breaking God's laws. Leviticus 11:7.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
What's another word for swine, brother? Pork! You know that, right? Another word for swine is pork. The pig feet. Ain't that what he said on Friday? You eat up all the food. The pig feet. Right? You got what? And what else? What else they eat? What is it? You got pig feet, pork chops, chitlins.
I used to, but it just stopped sitting with me well, so I stopped eating.
Hog, you eat that stuff? Did you eat? Okay.
I know my too. How the pyramid start?
How to what?
The pyramid.
Pyramids. We'll answer that later. Just stay here. Read.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
God says, the Israelites, if you eat pig, it's unclean to you. I'm going to give you high blood pressure. What's the status of black people's health?
Bring it out.
A lot of us on diabetes, right? You work in Publix. I know you be seeing them old folks come through there getting the pills.
Wake them up.
Right? That's us. Got gout in the feet.
Right.
Done had a heart attack.
Bring it out.
Got cirrhosis of the liver, sugar.
Right.
Your head hurt half the time.
Bring it out.
Say what?
That's all the punishment for not following the commandment.
Exactly right.
That's right. Read it again. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of the flesh shall ye not eat.
Shall not eat the swine, God says. He ain't worried about the Chinese people eating the cat, rat, and dog. Like he's not worried about that. But when it comes to his children, he said, you better not eat no swine.
Right.
Here's another one, too. Here's another one. Read.
You gonna eat meat.
Up to verse 9. Verse 9.
Yeah. The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
These shall ye eat of all are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales.
Now God talking about seafood. How many out here like seafood? You better, y'all do, right? What kind of seafood you eat, sis? Oh, Lord! She eat the bottom feeders. Mama, don't walk off what you be eating, because I know you probably feed it to her. What you be eating?
Okay. What kind of seafood we can't eat?
Okay.
Seafood not good either.
It is good, but it gotta have what?
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales.
Do crabs have fins?
Don't eat meat.
Do lobster have fins?
That's what y'all ain't talking
No,
about.
they don't have that.
But they said fish not good.
Huh?
They said fish not good.
Fish is, God created it. Everything God created is good.
Bring it out.
So don't listen to that. He just said that stuff that be on the bottom, that be eating those dead bodies, that stuff that go down to the bottom and the crab is down there eating it. Yeah, that's what they are. God said don't eat it.
Right.
If it ain't got fins and scales, don't eat it. Read.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the sea, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
What's in the river that black folk like to eat? What kind of fish? That's in the. That ain't in the river. What's in the river?
Government center.
I know you know, mama. Huh? Catfish, you right. Black folk love catfish, don't we? Black folk love catfish. God said you can't eat it. It got fins, but it don't got no scales on it, do it? Catfish, it feel like our skin, right? God said you can't eat that. You eat it, I'm going to give you high blood pressure. I'm going to give you a heart attack. I'm going to have you in the hospital bed, and you're going to be saying, Lord, please let me get out of this. Lord, just let me live another day. I swear I won't eat it no more. And then you go back and you eat it again, and then God said, you know what? Take a life. Give her a heart attack in the middle of the night. Take a leg off. That's what God said, because these are the laws for the children of who? Israel. That's who you are. Now hold this sign up right here. I got it. Now if you are so-called American black, you're a children of Israel from the tribe of Judah. That's right. If you are from the West Indies, your ancestors from the Caribbeans, God calls you a children of Israel from the tribe of Benjamin. That's right. Maybe if you're from Haiti, your ancestors from Haiti, God says you're children of Israel from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
That's what God say. I know what the white man, the French man might have called you. I know what the English, the British might have called you. I know the white man in America might have called us. But God said we are the children of Israel.
That's right.
And we can't do what we want.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.